Hey, what's up, y'all? Once again, this your boy Dre,
Hey, it's your boy Will.
and we are the host of
Where there's a will,
There's a Dre.
oh,
So
wrong,
fired.
wrong
One.
button, wrong button. I
You
am
had one job,
so
William.
sorry.
One job.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it.
All right, y'all. Hey, thank you for checking out our previous video
Mhm.
where we reviewed Superman, and also the other videos before that when we reviewed Thunderbolts and Sinners, and we got some more coming up pretty soon. But
Yep.
um, today we are going to be reviewing Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Sorry, headphones users. I'm sorry in advance. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, yeah, you have to deal with us right now because Will and I we have to suffer through that
Years.
last Fantastic Four,
Years.
and
Yeah.
this is a nice, refreshing departure. No matter what happens, that whole movie didn't happen again. So we are both eternally thankful. Now, anyway, before we start to review that movie, as always, please feel free to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, so every time we drop a new video, you'll get first dibs.
Yep. Don't forget to always share on all platforms, social media platforms. Share with your granny, share with your mama, share with your dad. And also make sure you comment and engage in the video and say if our text was wrong. Say I don't know what you guys are talking about, or say anything. Say hey, and we'll say hi to you back. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Definitely.
Yeah, none of those people even know what we're talking about. So your mama and your daddy, your grandma, they don't know anything.
They're like, what the heck is the Fantastic Four? What are you talking about, son?
On the YouTube.
On the YouTube, baby, I can get on that. Baby. Oh Lord, Lord.
How do I like it?
Put it on my TV, baby. Put it on where there's a will, there's a Dre.
Right after my soaps.
Oh my God. They're like, please, God, so much, too much comedy. But I'm ready to get into this, man.
Yeah, let's get into it. So, yeah, like I said, man, so we're reviewing Fantastic Four, and we were already going into this movie ecstatic because, again, we still had the taste of the 2015 version in our mouth, and we just could not get rid of that horrible taste. So, this was going to be a refresher anyway. But this version of Fantastic Four, once again, focuses on Marvel's first family. And there are some themes that are pretty similar and pretty consistent throughout all the Fantastic Four movies. Just the idea of you know strength that comes with family, and the bond that is built between them through their tragedy and how they overcame and became the world's greatest superheroes. And but this movie was a little bit different in that it also focuses on how the Fantastic Four are defending Earth against everybody's favorite ravenous villain, Galactus, and his weird and enigmatic sidekick, his herald, Silver Surfer.
Yep.
And what was also different about this one was that it was set to a 1960s
1964,
sort of retro futuristic theme, which I thought was kind of dope.
Really dope.
But the movie, of course, follows Reed, the world's smartest man, and his smoking hot wife, Sue, and Johnny, and and the theme as they face one of their most challenging situations yet. This movie really, again, reinforces the idea of trying to balance their role as heroes and then also doing it against the backdrop of trying to preserve their family.
Yep.
So so let's jump right into it.
I'm ready to get into it. Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, so like I said, the movie focused on family and the importance of family and everything that you would do to preserve that family. And as an added bonus, spoiler alert, y'all, we now have the existence of Franklin. Right?
Yeah. He, when I think fans spotted it, because I don't think we knew until I think a couple trailers later, because we only knew that it was called like Fantastic Four First Steps, and everybody was theorizing like, oh, maybe there's something about going in space, and it's like some people were like, like, is this a kid? Are they having a baby? Are they introducing Franklin? And sure enough, it was.
Lo and behold.
We got our first introduction to Franklin. I don't think it's ever been in the other Fantastic Four movies.
Nope. That'll be the
So
first time.
yeah, it's the first time we've seen him. If you know anything about Franklin, he is a powerful, one of the most. Almost. I would say he's up there, but like one of the most powerful beings in the MCU. So um, seeing Franklin was really like crazy, but also seeing something at the post credit scene was even crazier. Ooh, I just but yeah, it definitely was. It was interesting seeing add another character to it, and that kind of Franklin kind of revolved around the whole story.
Yeah.
He was like a really big part of the story because yes, he's this all powerful thing, but he's only a baby. But Galactus is I sense that power. I sense I sense whatever's coming. I want to get that baby. So it was kind of dealing with that. Of course, him always, if you know, Galactus is trying to eat a world, but his main focus was getting that baby, and he was the actor that played Galactus was so menacing, man.
Nailed it, man.
He nailed it. I was just
What
looking
was his
at.
name?
He was
Ralph Innocent.
yeah, yep. His voice is amazing. Because I was looking at something on TikTok or something when he first came. He jumped down the water
Oh yeah.
and looked at the Statue of Liberty, and I was like, oh my god, that's so hard. He just felt like so like I guess this is kind of funny that I'm going to say this. So like huge, like just such a threat, and it was like you could definitely see it with the characters, our heroes, like fighting him. It felt like they had nothing. They couldn't do anything to stop him.
Yeah.
Anything. It took like everything, like to the point where, spoiler, Sue died. Like for a little bit, Sue died, and eventually she was brought back to life by Franklin, and that took everything basically to defeat him. But he did an amazing job, I will say.
Yeah, and actually, that's one of the things I like about the movie too was
Hmm.
that it did involve some real high stakes stuff.
Yeah.
And and you could make the argument too that so did other projects like the Infinity Saga where
Hmm.
Thanos literally destroyed half the universe.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, but there was a high stakes component to this, and Galactus was so we haven't seen a character that deadly and that complex since that Thanos. So it was
Yeah.
a nice, refreshing, addition. And then plus, again, man, like going back to those other Fantastic Four projects where I think the Rise of the Silver Surfer, all
Yeah.
they depicted Galactus as was this big cloudy thing that just
No
kind of
man, he
sucked.
needs to be like a menacing
We got to
thing.
see him.
Like we gotta see him. Yeah, we gotta see him. He needs to be something that like man, it's just because when he was on the screen, he stole every moment to me.
Absolutely.
Because he like I said, he was menacing and honestly, I hope he's not gone. Like I hope that somehow we see him again in another future movie, like the Avengers and Fantastic Four and X-Men have to team up because that's how big this threat is.
Yeah.
Like when they were fighting him, it was there's nothing we can do. Even like before he was coming, you can see Reed Richards played by Pedro Pascal, which he did a good job.
Yeah.
He's like losing his mind, like trying to figure out options, ways to stop him or just delay him because they can't kill him. They don't have the power to do that, but like just delay him somehow. And because of that, it came down to Delight is like, hey, I'll spare your world, but just give me your child. And Franklin, like I said, and that was just seeing like if you know Mr. Fantastic, he's like that in the comics. He's very like just like he's all over the place. He can be a hero and a bad guy sometimes. But he's just like contemplating the movies like, I mean, maybe we should do it. Maybe like of course not. And Vanessa Kirby Sue Storm was just looking at us like you're not
Negro, if
thinking
you
of
don't
it.
shut up.
Like you're not thinking of it, like, yeah, because he just could it just felt like there was nothing that he can do. So that was really big to me.
So, Will,
Mhm.
if a Galactus was right here and was like, yo, Give me one of your boys, and we'll save the earth.
Yeah, there's no deal, no deal. My wife would probably hand me over first. He'll kill me first. Like, here, take him,
I
take
mean,
take Will.
I mean, if Galactus was like, "I'll take William or Allie," I'll be like, "Which way you want?"
Oh my
I'm sorry,
god!
Andrea. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. You know, I love these kids.
Yeah, but yeah, it was he definitely felt the actor killed it, and then also the Silver Surfer too as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Julie Gardner, like she can do no wrong in my book.
Yeah, she can't.
Like she
Do
killed
no
it in
wrong.
Ozark. She killed it in this. She killed it in, which we'll be reviewing in a minute. Weapons.
Whoa!
But yeah, she can do no wrong in my book. And I know a lot of people were like, oh, the sheep, the MCU, and they woke and
This it's like that in the comics. If you just read,
it's from the comics.
it's from the comics. Yeah,
So just stop. And then plus she killed it.
she killed it.
But so here are a few things that I do like about the movie. So first off, what I can really appreciate, and a lot of casual fans can probably appreciate, is that this movie does not rely on the interconnectivity from other movies. So
Nope.
it's completely standalone from all other projects. And in fact, in this particular movie, it's set in a different universe. And in that universe, what year was it? You said it was
It was 1964.
I mean, no.
The universe itself is Earth 828.
828. Yep. So, and in that one, we can only assume that there are no Avengers, there are no X-Men, there are no other heroes on the planet except for them, and they're the ones that are sort of the preeminent superheroes on the planet, and there's no tie to other movies. Now, later on, we kind of get some hints that there's some foreshadowing into other movies, but it's very moderate. So, and with MCU movies, man, like most of them, you gotta like do your homework, and you gotta
and research this, watch this show,
right,
go to
and like
text.
So Iron Man 2 was basically like like the trial version of the Avengers. So they were all leading up into something, and if you miss something, you got to go back. This didn't have that, so it stood by itself.
Yeah, even with the post credit scene that we have showing Doom, it wasn't like oh well, it's going to lead it. It's going to they're going to the MCU and this and that. They're going to show. They didn't even show that. Like they didn't show them traveling to the MCU. They didn't show them. It's almost like it was just a standalone thing, and they're introducing one of their like greatest villains, Doom. Like just showing, all right, Doom's going to be in the movie. We don't know how they're going to get to the MCU. We don't know if they're going to get to the main universe. We're just like, all right, Doom is here. Of course, us Marvel fans, like like okay, they're definitely going to get there, but no, it was just like standalone thing. Just showing one of their biggest villains. And I like that about it.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I thought the Thunderbolts were going to tie into the movie. And that one scene where they were trying to jump into hyperspace. I thought they were going to wind up jumping in.
That's what I thought too.
To another universe, but even then, it didn't do that. So I mean, so we know just it's in Marvel's DNA to build one project off of another one. So we know that's going to come.
Yeah.
But for this particular movie, you didn't have to watch any of the previous Marvel projects to get the plot, and then also, it didn't really focus on their origin story either, which we didn't need.
No.
Like you can only rehash and retread that whole origin story so many times, and they didn't really need to do that for this one.
Yeah.
Now they made references to it in flashbacks and stuff, but it wasn't really that. So I can appreciate that about this movie.
But do you think that I would say pose a object or a opposing thing of view? Do you think that kind of may have because I don't know if you guys are aware that the next week our next box office scores or not scores but tickets sales they plummeted that next couple weeks and I was like people were kind of posing this question, do you think that has to do with like them not showing an origin story, them kind of not like maybe Marvel betted it on themselves way too much of Fantastic Four, us knowing Fantastic Four, they thought they were bigger than what they are?
No, not necessarily. Because they didn't really focus on the origin story of Tom Holland's Peter Parker either.
Yeah.
And and the spacing between his Spider-Man and like Andrew Garfield's
Yeah.
and Toby Maguire, so we're still pretty far away from
Hmm.
far enough away from each other, so that Tom's version didn't have to focus on the origin story.
Well,
So
well, that
I don't think so.
well, that brings up a point. That gets on a point. It's yeah, it's Spider Man and you say Fantastic Four. Are those are the like as far as popularity levels? Are they the same like level?
Oh yeah,
So you would say like a casual. Let's say we take your mom. We say Miss Cookie. Do you know? I just say your mom. We say Miss Cookie. We say, do you know how the Fantastic Four became the Fantastic Four? We're just taking somebody. Do you know how the Fantastic Four became Fantastic Four, or do you know how Spider Man? What was the origin of Spider Man?
I mean, I think they would probably know both of them.
You think they would know? They would know both.
Yeah,
So you would think that the way how Fantastic Four became Fantastic Four, they were in space and they got cosmic rays. Okay, but look where I'm going here. Look where I'm going here. So would a casual viewer know where like how the Fantastic Four became, or would they need to see an origin story to see how they became? Because everybody knows Spider Man. They know that he got bit by a spider, and they know that eventually. Hey, I'm just saying. I just think that has to do something with like people don't know the Fantastic Four as much. That's what I think. But yeah. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Think about it. Think about it. But yeah. I'm just saying, man. Like seriously, like
what the
okay.
hell are you talking about?
I'm
Like,
just saying. I'm just saying, like, because everybody knows Superman, everybody knows Spider Man, everybody knows Batman. Do they know that the Fantastic Four enough? Do they have that much of a popularity level? Did Marvel bet on them way too much to be like, like everybody knows Fantastic Four? Yeah. They seen the older movies. Yeah, they seen the comics and like I don't think a casual viewer would be like, yeah, like I know the Fantastic Four because I know from my family personally, they were more excited to see the Superman movie than Fantastic Four movie. It was just the two of us that went.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, but Marvel has been hedging their bets on unpopular characters
You're right about that.
for forever. I mean, like even Iron Man, wasn't that popular in the comics for a minute.
Yeah.
And they built the whole MCU universe around
Yeah.
that titular character.
And he was, and it's the their point. He was not popular, but they showed an origin story of Iron Man. They showed an origin story of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
They
fair.
showed an origin story of these popular characters, even Captain America. Do you think that they should have showed at least like not a sped up version, but just some kind of origin story of the Fantastic Four?
I don't know. Maybe. Like
Mhm.
so personally, and again, I'm a casual too. So I kind of appreciate it if for no other reason but to shorten the runtime
Yeah,
that they didn't really focus on it and just
I
kind
agree.
of did the whole little like
Just kind of
the flashback
flashbacks.
thing.
Yeah,
But
yep, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I hear you. I don't know, man. It's just I think that it's like if you're going to want to get those kids like because you can tell that this is they want the Fantastic Four to be kind of like what the Avengers were like that group that everybody knows them like everybody knows that group and it's like you see them in different movies and stuff like that. They want to replace the Avengers because the Avengers are gone.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I'm like like, I feel like they maybe should have sold an origin story or something to at least put them. But I guess for a casual viewer, maybe they don't. Maybe they're tired of origin stories.
Well, we're gonna see them in other projects, so they'll probably spend some more
More time,
time
yeah.
developing their characters. Although I think character development was already pretty well established in this one, but they might they'll probably focus on especially if they start working with other teams,
Yeah.
showing how their personalities they coexist with other with other Avengers or whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it was necessary for this one, but
Yeah. Um, but no. Yeah. This movie was definitely. I would say another thing, kind of like almost what I said about Superman. It was definitely a breath of fresh air because it was corny, but
Yeah.
it embraced it. You know, it said like we're not going to be this dark Fantastic Four like the other one in 2015. But we're going to be like back to our roots, like back to the '60s. And I think the '60s really helped. It being in the '60s really helped it.
Yeah. Agreed.
Because it felt like one of those old cartoon shows. It even showed it in the trailer, or not the trailer, but the post credit scene. The next one after that, showing like their theme song and stuff like that. And it was like, yeah, this is very. I like that it's set in the '60s because it gives a really good cartoony feel, but also futuristic vibe, almost like the Flintstones, almost a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Flintstones meet the Jetsons. Yeah.
yeah, me the Jetsons. So yeah, it was definitely good. I like that's what I loved about the movie for real.
And then also like I like too that it had a nice balance of humor and seriousness. Marvel, the Dingo Marvel, which is good or bad depending on who you
Mm-hmm.
talk to, is that everything is
Can get to a
like
joke.
every serious moment has got to throw a joke in there somewhere, and they did their fair share, of jokes too, but it wasn't like
We Thor: Love and Thunder.
that was like a comedy show,
Yeah, this is kind of show just like jokes
like
on jokes
I'm
on
sitting there watching
jokes.
Def Comedy Jam or like a Marvel movie.
Yeah, it's like you had
Damn.
this great character with Christian Bale, and he's a good villain, and he felt like he's wasted. He was wasted because it was like he took it serious, but it felt like everybody else took it to like was like I don't care.
Yeah, like 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 that one scene on was it a oh it was the first Avengers when
Yeah.
when Loki was trying to like hit Tony with his with his stick
Hmm.
and then it didn't work.
Yeah.
Like, now I'm gonna make you mine. Ding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's supposed to work. I'm like, I mean, and it's funny how
Mhm.
I like how they did it, but also, man, like it's too much of it. It's just overwhelming.
Too
And
much. Yeah.
they were like, we're not going to do this time around, which is kind of hard when you have a character like Johnny Storm,
Johnny Storm.
who
Yeah.
is known to throw quips and stuff like that. But they actually made him out to. I mean, he had his funny moments, but they also depicted him as a pretty smart dude.
Yeah.
And
He's
an
not just
individual.
like a dumb like oh I like as much as okay, my generation, as much as we love the early 2000s, Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, like he was like this guy that motorbikes and loves all the girls and different stuff like that. Um, that's not like that. We shouldn't hold on to that anymore longer. Like
Right.
we need to see more. Like he's not just a dumb brute or a dumb hot guy. He's actually a smart guy, and he actually helped out with like the biggest part with the Silver Surfer, like kind
Yeah.
of translating that language and kind of helping her see the light of that light, and being like, hey, what you're doing is wrong. Like this is not right, and I don't want this to hurt my family, hurt this planet.
Yeah.
Change your ways. So yeah, I actually really love that about Johnny too in this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. It wasn't one of those situations where Reed was trying to explain something complex, and he'd be like,
Mhm.
"Oh, in English,"
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
So
yeah. That's
it
a good one
was
in
right.
English. Yeah, yeah. That was a good one. He has moments though. He has moments where he was quippy and he was like he was. I remember seeing where I think it was in trailers too, where he's like, "Oh, you guys are gonna be the best parents." I'm kidding. You are, but you're not. You're not ready for this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I like that. But yeah, I like the characters. I would say the Fantastic Four themselves. It felt like a family.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think the other ones kind of lost that depiction of them. Like I think the Rise of the Silver Surfer was like the closest one because I feel like they had more chemistry and more bond.
Yeah.
But the 2015, I don't know what the heck they were doing with that. Um, that was a mess. But this one, yeah, it felt like they were family dinners, nights, and kind of just like felt like it was one for all. It was one big happy family, and I really love that they depicted that. The director depicted that in this movie.
Yeah, and speaking of which, I also like how these characters um got themselves directly involved with the community and with like
Hmm.
civilians.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the superhero movies, especially with the MCU,
Hmm.
with the exception of maybe a person like Spider Man,
Hmm.
they're kind of detached from people,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so it showed like Ben walking down
Walking on
Yancey Street,
walking down the
playing
street.
with the
Yeah.
kids and stuff, and
Yeah.
and it really brings home the high stakeness of
Hmm.
the Galactus
Because
thing
you actually
because
care about these characters. You don't want you know. I
yeah,
know you don't want these characters to get hurt.
yeah,
And it felt like an actual world itself.
yeah.
But yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
And then yeah, and then also too, the cast killed it.
Mhm. Cast
Like
killed it.
Pedro, Vanessa Kirby, she killed.
Yeah, Vanessa Kirby is like that's the best Sue Storm I've ever seen.
She baddie. And then and what's his name? The dude who Joseph Quinn.
Joseph Quinn, yep, he killed it too.
Johnny Storm killed it.
And people that were saying Pedro Pascal was going to do bad was going to do bad as Mr. Fantastic. I think he did a really good job. A lot of people are
Yeah.
still saying like, "Oh no, he didn't really do this and that," but it's like, shut up. Like all right, well, okay, look, he didn't have this all these in the comics. It's like, no, he did a good job. Um, he did a really good job, and the Ben Grimm did a good job too. The actor
Killed it.
he did it,
The best one.
from the Bear.
Yeah. What's his name? I forgot his name. The dude from the Bear.
Ebon Moss Branch.
Yeah.
Branch.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, he did a really good job too with it as well. All of this cast did amazing.
Now
Like-
the CGI baby was kind of weird though.
Yeah, that was
weird to me.
strange. That was strange. It wasn't as bad as like Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2 with that little
Oh dear
baby.
God! Oh, that was
Yeah,
horrible.
that was weird, but no, it was still a little strange.
Oh, speaking of which, okay. So is anybody going to ever talk about how Jacob was like a pedophile?
Maybe in another video.
It's like it's a baby, right? And he's all in love with the baby.
Yeah. I don't. We're gonna bring the girls on for that one because, like, that I have so much to talk about with that. Yeah,
I'm so disturbed by that.
I have a lot of points for Twilight. So tune in if you put in the comments if you want to hear how a Twilight breakdown. We can do that. We can do that. We can do that.
I'm not glad.
We can.
You got to fight solo for that one.
But yeah, this movie was amazing, man. I think this thank God we finally have a good Fantastic Four movie.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
People were saying, well, it's really a low bar from the other ones, but no, this was a really, like, it really set the tone for this next MCU version of the MCU and what we're gonna see next. I was really excited when the post credit came on and the late Sue Storm was feeding her child and she went back to get something and she came back and you just see this hood with a mask off and it's just.
I kind of needed to see his face, but I'm
man,
glad they didn't do
see
it. But I just needed to. But
I would have loved to see it, but I love that they kept it like. No, you're not gonna see his face. We didn't even really see his armor at all. Like we only saw a little bit of his mask and just his hood. But he's just like playing like with Franklin and stuff like that. I'm just like, that is the MCU. Franklin's coming back. Yeah, he's coming back. So I would pose a question, Andre. What do you give this Fantastic Four movie out of 10 what 10 things or it's clobbering times? I don't
10
know.
clobbering times.
What do you give this rating to this movie?
All right. So in the previous video, I gave Man of Steel.
Superman, I guess.
Forgive me, y'all. Superman. I gave it eight and a half.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was not as good as Superman.
Yeah.
I can appreciate what they were doing with that movie, but it was still excellent though.
It's good in its own right.
Especially comparing it to all the other horrible Fantastic Four projects. Which, actually, by the way, I'm gonna go back for a minute and say that I don't think the Rise of Silver Surfer was that bad.
Oh no! It was not.
I think it's kind of slept on, but just because the whole franchise was horrible up to that point. But so all that being said, I'll probably give it 8 clobbering times out of 10.
Yeah, that's a good score. I think I gave Superman an 8 as well. I will give it because I agree with my co-host. It was not as good as Superman, but it was still good in its own right. I'll give it 7.5 clobbering times out of 10. So
that's fair. And I think Matt. I keep getting this Shackman. Is that his name?
Yep,
Matt Shackman. He was under more pressure, I think, than James Gunn because he's got to resurrect a franchise that ain't had no kind of hits to it. So and again, it's Marvel's first family, so you got to do them right.
You have to.
So he delivered in spades, I think.
He did. And I guess if you're looking in this movie to say that it was for to blow you out the water and stuff like that, it did its job. It did what it was supposed to do. Especially if you look at the past Marvel projects, you can say like, oh, well, like the Phase 4. You could say like, yeah, this was definitely better than everything in Phase 4.
Yeah,
Even
definitely.
I'm gonna get hated on this. Even better than the Black Panther 2. Uh,
Man, Black Panther 2 was horrible though. So
yeah, so I don't know people
I'm
will
going to rate
hold
it
it
saying
in
that's
so much different
horrible.
light, but yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it's definitely a good Marvel movie, a good family movie too as well. But
Yep,
yeah, I'm
no
definitely
doubt.
get 7.5 out of Clobbering Times out of 10.
That's fair. All right, y'all. So those are our reviews. So
Yeah.
yeah, we as always we're interested to know what you think. Let us know what we got right, what we got
Mhm.
wrong. Debate us. Let us know what's up. Drop those comments, and again, be sure to like, subscribe, and do that other thing.
Ring the bell.
Yes, the other thing, the
Ring
notification bell.
the bell. We're running on it. We're tired, y'all. It's been a long day. But yeah, ring the bell. Turn on post notifications as well, so you can get some more of this great content coming on the way. And it's gonna be some really good content coming soon. So definitely
Yeah, so
coming.
check us out for some more movie reviews.
Yes, sir.
But until next time, this is your boy Dre,
This is your boy Will.
and we're the host of
Where there's a will,
There Is a Dre.
all right, take care, guys.
Peace out.